Three random men woke up in a random place. They ain't recognize each other, just another random face. It was a cloudy room with a lot of ample space. They looked around and in front of them were some standing gates. These men were on earth but passing they sleep. Three of them, a CEO, a pastor and thief. Then a voice spoke loudly and told them that they have all died. Now they stand before the judgment in front of God's eyes. They were told to stand straight and to speak clear. They must explain to him why they deserve to be here. The corporate CEO was to confess first. He steps up with a bullet hole in his dress shirt. He said, I went to church, I'm a company boss, so I provided people with all kinds of company jobs. I donated the programs to those who had no hand, took care of my whole staff as well as my own fam. God, in my time I was a simple guy. I've always worked hard and I've yet to commit a single crime. God said, disappointed, I detect you've lost it. You hired some but fired more to protect your profits. You're gonna miss the lesson texting on your phone at church. You ruin lives to save a penny when you go to work. You wouldn't use that penny to pay attention. Donating for an image, not a way of ascension. You're arrogant and envious, an evil illusion. And you only build relationships with people to use them. Your motives are selfish on the scale of a ton. I thought you'd prevail as my son, but you failed me as one. In a second of silence, he disappears in an instant. His scream echoes, you can still hear from a distance. Then God says, Pastor, step up, it's time to speak your case. The pastor smiles, he gets down on his knees and say, My Lord, I have dedicated my life to you. I'd always fight for you. I did everything that was right to do, from the morning starting all the way to when the night was through. I sacrificed so many things in life to ride the righteous route. God said, I know your intentions. You used the holy protection as your own erroneous weapon. Your motives were phony and there was only deception. You blamed the child when it was you who stole from collections. Corrupted, how can you forget the names of the little boys? You said I wouldn't love if they made any little noise. You were the wolf in sheepskin, you were losing it. That's why I stopped your heart, cause you weren't using it. You disrespected the church and misrepresented me. So it's time to collect the necessary to set you free. The floor opens beneath him and as the pastor yells, he falls through the floor of smog into the wrath of hell. No one left but the thief, eyes bloody red. But before anyone spoke, he stood up and said, God, I know everyone has to live through obstacles, but I thought you put me in the worst position possible. Caught in a drive-by, my brother was 4. My father was a crackhead, my mother a whore. I did what I could to just make below a normal budget. I stole and I robbed, but hated every moment of it. It's at a point where it's the way I was built, and I'm amazed at how numb that I became to the guilt. And I tried to do anything but wasn't able to stay out. And every path I took, I ended up on the same route. You gave me no options, not much care happened. Every time I failed, I felt like you were up there laughing. Years later, I'm a father to 3. The mother left their daughters that she never bothered to see. I promised I wouldn't father them how my father was a father to me. So how do you expect a broken, lonely father to be when he can't even make enough for his daughters to eat? And when he finally gathers enough for his daughters to feed, you kick him back down, then you give his daughters disease and take him from me after my family starved and we plead. Yeah, I stole, sold crack, I robbed, I lied, I stopped, I went back. My God, I tried, I prayed and I prayed, you ain't answer me back. Why did you abandon us, God? Answer me that. I hit rock bottom, I took a pivotal fall. I'm surprised I still acknowledge your existence at all. And I ain't have none of these blessings a lot of these cats have. With what I lived through, hell couldn't be that bad. The thief holds it and waits to notice a face started slowly approaching the gates. He then notices his daughters on the other side. He shook his head, he squinted, and then he rubbed his eyes. The smog cleared, he started seeing the light grow. His daughters looking healthy and clean, wearing these white robes. They smiled, then he smiled back and starts tearing up. He sees more people as the smog's clearing up. He sees his youngest daughter open the gates for him. The 3 daughters grab their father's hand and they take him in.